George Porter of the Whitman Conservation Commission. I am going to open up the meeting.
We need to approve the minutes of June 16th.
The minutes of June 16th is about 3 pages long.
Yes, that has all been sent to us, so all we have to do is approve it.
Yes, excellent job, Elaine. Thank you. I know it wasn't easy. So,
Sure.
up this, Sandy. And I also see Spencer, you're online too.
Okay.
Okay,
We're all set.
Okay, the first item is to approve the minutes of July the 16th. Do I hear a motion to approve?
It was June 16th.
I'm sorry, June 16th.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I motion to approve the June 16th meetings.
Second.
Okay, any corrections or additions?
No.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0 in favor. Okay. Now, the first thing we have was the certificate of compliance for DEP 340-0428, which is the monitoring wells that were done for the DPW. And the form has been completed and the request has been made, but it needs to be voted at a regular meeting. So I propose to ask for the Conservation Commission to approve the certificate of compliance for DEP 340-0428. And anyone second?
I second.
Okay, before we vote, I just want to mention that I had a long talk with Edward, who did the work. He did not find anything significant as to water or ground contamination, except that he found some surface problems and so forth. And there was several barrels of the fill removed. There's 3 more barrels left to be removed. And if they have not been removed yet, they will be very, very soon. And Department of Public Works can't wait because the barrels are in their way.
Yeah.
So forth. So I will, motion was second to approve the certificate of compliance. Right. And all in favor?
Aye. 3 in favor.
Aye.
Aye. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so a 3-0 to approve the certificate of compliance.
Yeah. And I'll complete the certificate of compliance, and you can come and sign it when it's ready, and we'll hand deliver it to the DPW because they're anxiously awaiting it.
Okay. Okay, you can give me a call when it's ready.
Yes,
So
we'll
forth.
do that. Okay. Next on the agenda are the 3 lots, 1, 2, and 3 for Marie Ann Drive. And Mr. Nesrell is here, and so is Carl Garvey. So.
Okay. Carlton, can you hear me? Yeah, that was his complaint. I can't hear him.
Well, he's on mute, so he can't talk. We have to have them.
Oh, tell him on mute. John, can you hear me?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
I guess he heard.
Yes, I can't talk to Carlton Garvey yet, so I will talk to you. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to open up the hearing in which the Whitman Conservation Commission received notices of intent on lots 1, 2, and 3 at 442 Temple Street The project is known as Marie, was it?
Lot 1, Marie Ann Drive.
Yeah, Marie Ann Drive, okay, so, which is the street of the housing development.
That's correct.
Okay. John, I did do a site inspection about 2 weeks ago, and we're going to do lot 1. We're going to do this simultaneously, so let's save some time. Is that the notice was sent out to the applicant, the owner, the representative, the planning board, board of health, board of appeals, assessor's office, the town clerk's office, board of selectmen, DEP in Lakeville, the state highway department, Whitman Department of Public Works, the building inspector, and the abutters by applicant.
Now, Kyle submitted the list of abutters and notified them all. And since none of them have signed in, I would suggest that we waive the reading of the abutters since none of them have shown up. I'll put that in the form of a motion to waive the reading of the abutters.
Okay, done so.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, lot 1, file number 340-0458.
Yeah.
There's two questions I have on all 3 lots. Is the erosion control measures, the tube sock out back. There's fill that goes out back into the vegetation and it stops. And I see no sock erosion control there. I talked to Carlton Garvey and he was going to check it out. So that may have to be reinstalled, John, so that any erosion out back needs to be installed to protect the wetlands. Also on lot 1, there is about a 6-foot cement pipe, which could be 25 to 30 inches wide. The opening is large. It's located off into lot 1. That has to be removed. And you cannot bury any building materials, stumps, logs, large boulders, and all that stuff there. And that's the only thing I have on lot 1. Do you have any questions, John, on lot 1?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John?
I think he has to either mute his phone or mute the computer because that's what happened last time with the lane. So he has to mute one of them so it doesn't refer back.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can, John. Do you have any questions on lot 1? Did you hear what I just said? John, you on the phone in the computer? All I hear is screeching noises like a dog barking. Oh, I see you, John.
I'm trying. Can you hear me?
What's that screeching noises?
Just try and turn your computer speakers down while you're talking.
Okay.
I'm talking to John, George.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
George, why don't you repeat those two items that Mr. Nesmella might not have heard?
Okay, can you hear me now, John? On the site inspection, I noticed that there was about a 6-foot cement drain pipe on the lot off to the left, which has to be removed. And this pertains to the whole 3 lots and probably lot 4, which is not on the agenda yet. Is to,
Can you hear me?
yep, is to reinstall or put in the silt sock erosion control measures out back. I don't know how far back it goes, but at the end of the fill of lots 1, 2, and 3, there's vegetation that goes back to the wood line, and between the fill and the wood line, there's no erosion control or sock measures, or silt sock control. That has to be reinstalled during construction and of course during rain and all that stuff to prevent any erosion into wetlands. And that pertains to all of the 4 lots on the left side. There is some silt sock. Okay, you have any questions, John, on lot 1? Erosion, sock, what's that, 5 was there?
Is there, I think, is what it says.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I saw that, I see it. Okay, I'll just make sure there's no erosion back there. How far back from the edge of the fill is the sock? Along the wood line, okay. Do you plan on putting in any more fill going back to the wood line? Erosion sock is there. Abe, no. No more fill? Okay. Okay, that's on lot 1. You have any questions, John, on lot 1? Okay, I see you shaking your head. Sandy and Elaine, any questions on lot 1?
No.
Nope.
Okay, then I will close the hearing part on lot 1.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, second.
Say that again, Elaine?
I just said I supported it and Sandy seconded it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
You'll
Now
get the basic 18 order of conditions on it, which is
Yep.
the basic stuff. Not all 18 will apply, but some of them will, such as vegetate all disturbed areas, put the DEP sign number up. And of course you have that special order to remove that large cement drain pipe that's in there. That's got to be taken out.
Mr. Naselli, you know about the standard order of conditions from DEP and that the Conservation Commission also has some separate ones. They're standard And the specific one relating to the pipe will also be added, but there's nothing else that will go on.
Okay. Okay, we will go to now lot 2. DEP.
No, we just voted, excuse me, John. We just voted to close the hearing. Now we have to vote to issue the order of conditions.
Make a motion to issue the basic order and that one special order
Yes.
to remove the cement pipe.
Mm-hmm.
I motion what you just said, so I don't have to repeat it again. Sorry.
And I second what he just said.
Okay, everybody hear that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Okay.
lot 2. Lot 2 is 340-0459. It's the assigned number on the review letter. And the same thing on lot 2, that there was a very large storm cement pipe that is maybe half the length as on lot 1. That has to be removed also. And that's the only thing I have on lot 2. Plus the regular standard order of conditions. And to remove that short storm drain cement pipe will be a special order, which cannot be buried.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Who's that?
Yes,
John.
we can.
Is that John?
Yes.
I can hear you, John.
Well, we had a problem with the computer.
Oh, okay, you're loud and clear.
All right. Well,
All right, thank you.
can I just say in regards to the silk sock is still there. It's a 12-inch sock.
Well, I was just wondering where it's back at the edge of the wood line, the tree
Right.
line.
Yes, nothing's been moved. We haven't touched anything back. It goes the whole length of the property.
Okay, now do you plan to put any more fill in that's already there?
No, well, the only thing we're gonna do is whatever shows on the plan that Kyle showed on the plan will be.
So my question, you gonna put any more fill in?
I don't anticipate it, no.
Okay, well, that sill sock could be 30 feet away. That's kind of a long distance from the end of the fill to the tree line.
Well, tell you the truth, I didn't measure it, but I know the silt socks goes the entire length of the property, and actually, we've got hay bales around certain areas additionally.
Okay, okay. Lot 2, which I mentioned, the 340-0459. That's the same thing. You have a short storm cement pipe, not as long as on lot 1. That has to be removed also. You hear me, John?
The feed he was using dropped out.
Oh boy. Okay. He had it done there real good. I could hear him clear as a bell. We'll wait a few more seconds here, Elaine.
Yep.
Have not heard from Carl Garvey. I don't know what's wrong with his computer.
Well, we had trouble with his voice the last time too, but
Yeah,
finally
he
could
was
hear
gonna,
him.
yeah, he was gonna use the one at the house instead of at the office for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
His wife was gonna help him.
Well, my main man is Mr. Ryan Tully, thank you.
Oh, he is the main man, I'll tell you.
Yes, he is, and he helps me very much.
Oh, he helps me too. You're not the only one, Elaine.
I wish I could have helped out John. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he must have had some problem with his computer, I guess.
I
But,
think he's having speaker issues, and I don't know if he has his phone on because he showed up twice. So I don't know. I'm not that much computer. My husband is my computer guy, so, and he's not here, so.
Oh, I see John. Oh, there you go. I see you, John.
Okay. We see you.
We're having some problems.
Yep. Well, why don't you just
No voice. Can you hear me, John?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, why
okay,
don't
finally.
you go
I can hear
to
you
the
now.
third one?
Yes.
Oh,
Why don't you go to the third hearing for lot 3, and he can hear you at any rate.
okay, lot 3, John.
Yes.
There seems to be an old fence or gate mangled on the lot.
Yes.
You gotta yank that out.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Okay, that's the only thing I found on lot 3.
Though the pipes and the fence were left, we plan to get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, doing my inspection, that's what I found, so
Yeah,
I wanted to mention it. If I don't mention it
that's all right, fine.
and so forth. Okay, that's it on lot 3, which includes the main order, the main order of conditions that you'll receive. Now, before we close lot 3, is I want to mention that you have to post the signs.
Yes,
Okay, and you have 3 lots and you have 3 DEP numbers.
okay,
So you have to post the 3 numbers.
yes,
And that's
Okay.
all part of the boilerplate
Yeah.
order of conditions,
sure,
and
Yeah.
you've done this before.
yes,
Yeah, I just want to remind people that, and of course the seed and vegetate all disturbed areas as soon as possible. And those are the remaining items. And you did remove a lot of debris that was down there. So you have any questions, John?
No, we're just, we're gonna go by Carl's plans, and if there's any changes or anything, we'll notify you.
Okay, now when we close the hearings, that's the plan.
Yes,
If the plan changes, you'll have to submit an amendment to the
Yes.
plan,
sure.
okay?
There'll be no changes.
Okay, any questions, Sandy, Elaine?
Nope, we just need to vote on lot 2 order of conditions and lot 3 order of conditions.
Okay, can we do it both at the same time?
Nope, one at a time. They're separate hearings.
Separate lots, okay, we'll do it separate.
Yep. Right.
Okay, on lot 2, 340-0459 was the, another cement pipe to be removed
Yep.
and the basic order of conditions.
Yes.
Received a motion to accept lot 2.
So moved.
I second.
I third. All in
All right.
favor?
Aye.
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 3-0 in favor.
Okay, you're done.
Okay. Now vote on lot 3.
Okay, lot 3 is remove that broken fence or gate that was there. I don't the dirt and so forth, and that's the only thing I require.
Yep.
Plus the basic order of conditions.
Yep.
received a motion to accept lot 3?
So moved. And
I
you
second.
need a second? Okay.
Sandy,
I
lot
second.
3?
He seconded.
Yes, I did.
Yes, second. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So you're all set.
Okay.
Okay, you'll receive the order of conditions, John. I assume to the address that was on the application?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And,
Mr. Nesrella, I will do them as quickly as I can,
Thank you.
and I will let you know when they come. If you want to come and pick them up, that's fine. If you want me to leave them with Kyle, he'll get a copy anyway. I can do that. But I'll talk to you about getting them into your hand as soon as possible.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So
okay.
you're all done.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And Kyle Garvey, tell him that you took his job. Don't pay him.
I'm not gonna pay him. Thank you,
All right. I'll give Kyle a call tomorrow.
thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay,
All right. Be safe.
I will, thank you.
Okay. Spencer, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, good.
Yep.
I know, probably no questions, since I showed you the plans. I did visit Spencer for about 15 minutes, and then I left and I showed him the lots 1, 2, and 3, so he knows what we're talking about, so forth. And I don't know if you know Spencer or not, Sandy, but he's a new member of the Conservation Commission.
Well, he hasn't been appointed yet.
Not yet, but still,
No, I had no idea. So
yeah, well,
welcome.
yeah,
Thanks.
it's hard to
It's not
communicate.
the ideal way to meet a new member.
No.
No,
Eventually,
No,
we'll be meeting
it's-
in person.
well, I wanted to go down to his house and visit him for a few minutes, show him more about what's going on tonight. And sometime along the line that he'll be appointed at the selectmen's meeting and then be sworn in and get his card,
Yes.
so forth, which I explained it to him.
Well, normally, Spencer, we meet, I think I told you, the first and third Tuesdays of every month. But during this situation, obviously we can't do that, and we have been meeting once a month just because we have things that have to be done. And the cable people have been very, very helpful in setting up this kind of meeting. And we'll probably do another one in August, just in case anything comes up that has to be done and can't be postponed. But I'll be copying you on anything, at least until the selectmen appoint you, so you two know. Unless, of course, you want to run away and never come back to us. But if you're willing to be appointed, then I'll take care of all the paperwork for you once I get the notification from the selectmen.
Okay, sounds good.
Good.
Okay, you can stay online if you want, Spencer. We're going to do business.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I want to report several site inspections.
Yep.
Okay. Not necessarily in order. Today I received a call, the second call from Adam Riley.
I'm sorry, who?
He's with the EPA Water Group.
I'm sorry, I didn't get his name, George.
Adam Riley.
I-L?
Yeah, R-I
L-E-Y?
ELLY, I believe. I'm sorry. And he's with the EPA Water Group. And he called again.
EPA what group?
Water.
Okay.
W-A-T-E-R. Yeah.
Okay.
Group.
Yep.
Okay. It's the second time requesting information about Heritage Park. He wanted Steve Egan's address and his email. So I called him back with that information, plus his last time was his phone number and so forth. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but they won't tell me.
Well,
Somebody's complaining about something.
well, they have records down at DEP. They can look them up.
Yeah.
But if all he needs is just the information, then you just give it to them. And
Steve Egan may have the info also.
of course he does. All you had to do is call him.
Yeah, well, I gave him the phone number, but I had to give it to him again.
Well, I have a comment about that, but I won't make it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to
Unfortunately, there's a lot of duplication of stuff going on because of the fact that we can't be meeting and seeing and talking to people in person. So we just do the best we can and help people out.
Okay.
Right? What's your next?
Okay, the next item we took care of was Ed Contos, which was the certificate of compliance at the end of Commercial Street on the monitoring wells out back and so forth.
Yeah, well, we did
So
that.
I also talked to Bruce Martin, Public Works and so forth, and I told him I'll take care of it. He wanted those barrels taken out. I'll stop by and
Yes,
see.
and that's
see
why
if they're done.
that's why we had to do the certificate of compliance.
Well,
And I will personally hand deliver to Bruce the copy of the certificate of compliance.
yeah.
Then
Okay.
he can go ahead and he'll have your signature on it, and they can go ahead and remove the wells.
The request now he's with the company out in the western part of the state, and he did this with the request of Mobile Oil Services, Groundwater Environmental Services
Yes,
is his company and so forth.
and that's how the certificate of compliance is made out for the applicant,
Yeah,
according to the rules of the DEP.
yeah.
And the form is all ready for signature.
Yeah, it's the Trake Petroleum Company.
Yes.
Okay.
And the DEP file number is for the town of Whitman because the town of Whitman owns the property, but the applicant was the petroleum company who actually did install the wells.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in the town of Whitman. Okay.
Yes. So that's all taken care of, or will be taken care of.
Okay. I also did another site inspection on Columbia Auto.
Oh, yes, you said you were going to.
Yeah, okay, I did. This was the request by the building inspector, Bob Curran.
Yeah.
So I went down and reported back to Bob, but have not heard from him. But I gave the foreman the riot act and told him I was upset, which I am. I don't get it. The owner called me back the following week because he was on vacation. Off to the right, in front, he filled in, and further next to the house, the White House, on to the right of the Columbia Auto, cleared the land and did some filling and all this stuff, and had about 10 cars parked there. They had license plates and they were the employees' cars. And so I called him and talked to him, tell him what's going on, and says, hey, but the bottom line is that they're gonna file a notice of intent, and they try to, the engineer who did the project said there's no wetlands here. I said, yes, it is, right down at the base and everything. Wetlands all over the place there.
Mm-hmm.
And the vegetation, it's no vegetation. They put a lot of stone and stuff there. But I'm going to take another walk down. I'm sorry, another site.
I've seen the cars parked there and the fence. Is that
Yes.
on Columbia Auto's property or is it on the neighbor's property? I couldn't
It's
tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either.
Well, I asked the same question because Bob Curran didn't know, and the Columbia Auto said it's the neighbor's fence. He's the one that put it up.
Well, I wouldn't blame him for that mess.
Yes, because I remember when we had the meeting that he had come and talked about it, and of the issue with the sound and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I can believe he probably did that because I don't, like Elaine said, I wouldn't blame him. But yes, and they keep on parking cars on the left-hand side right by the basin.
Yep.
It's the tow truck it's the flatbed there's cars, which we continue to tell them you cannot do. It needs to be grass, so.
And that's what was in the order of conditions.
Yes.
Yes, and that was Sandy, the basis of issuing the certificate of compliance that they plant more grass seed, even though grass is growing, but it needs more grass seed.
Yeah, they need to remove
They said they would do it, but
the rocks too. I mean,
Yep.
that piece of land that's like not even a regular driveway's width, that stone needs to be removed and
Yep.
grass needs to be planted.
Yes.
I mean, that's part of the order of conditions. It's not, oh, we can park anywhere. It's our land. No.
Yep.
well, it could be. One of the things is that we don't have a copy of the order. It may be a violation of the planning board plans, not approving or wasn't even on that plan for the parking off to the right. So they have another issue.
It's not approved for parking because it's the side of the retention basin. So you can't park a car on the retention basin. I mean, that's just,
yes, especially on the left there. Yeah. All
yeah.
right.
So, yeah, because they can on the right because it's on the right. On the left is 27. So it's the right-hand side where they keep on parking cars. They need to get rid of that stone and plant grass.
Yeah, I'll go down and do another inspection and find out what's going on there. Basically, they said that they will have, they will remove the cars and it won't park there.
Well, they're still there.
Yeah. I mean,
So, yeah.
I only started going back into the office yesterday, so only a couple times have I, in these last few months, have driven by there. But when at first I thought it was the gentleman that has the house, that he was, clearing things off and, planting grass. I mean, that's what I thought. But then I saw other things, but it's, but yes, we need to assist and desist them.
Okay. Did I mention at the last meeting Wyatt Trail?
Well, you mentioned it, yeah.
Okay, I've not gone back there. I see there's a lot of activity, but I was gonna call up this Carlos. He says call him in 3 or 4 weeks and so forth. So I'm gonna give him a call and set up a site inspection with him.
Yeah. Yeah, you had done the site inspection and you had talked to the people there after
Yes, I
we
did.
found out that this place had been sold to somebody else.
Yeah.
And they were
He was from New
in
Hampshire.
need of instruction, yeah.
Yeah, he's not following protocol. There's no.
And he has the order of conditions. He knows what he has
Oh,
to
of
do
course
when
he
he's
does. I
not
told
doing
him.
it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna call him up and set up a date to go down and talk to him.
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday. I'll do it. I do it tomorrow or Thursday to call.
Yeah, when you get the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I got a call from Steve Cacciatore,
Uh-huh.
and he called and begged me to come down to take a look. So I says, okay. So I came down, and what he wanted me to take a look at, that he was building a 8-foot round fire pit, which was maybe the possibility, well, 4 feet on the side lawn, but 4 feet away from wetlands and so forth. And he wanted me to take a look at it in case I get any phone calls on it and all that stuff. So then 2 guys were building it, and Steve took me a tour of his property. And I can't believe what he has done. It's incredible. But anyways, I told him he's fine. It's on his grass.
Is it on his own property?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because
yep.
we've had conversations, information from DEP, a special area looking into his work. We haven't heard anything else. They
No.
may have concluded that it's okay, but we haven't heard anything about that.
No, I haven't heard anything except now. So I said it's no more different than, say, above ground swimming pool, which they leveled the area and so forth to for above ground pool and all that stuff, and with some minor grading and all that, which is fine.
Well,
The
DEP has
reason,
been looking into it, and we don't always get word from them when they resolve something either.
yeah, that's true.
And so far, we haven't heard any more from them.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so that this is registered that you have been there.
Yes, and it's
And
on
you know
record,
what's
and
going on.
the fire pit's fine. It's no impact on anything and so forth. And his daughter is getting married in September, so I guess the reception's gonna be there. He's got
Well, don't ask for an invitation.
he's got an in-ground swimming pool, a canopy that to die for. I mean this guy went all out and doing the backyard and so forth, which is fine.
As
So,
long as it's
but-
on his
but-
property
but-
and he's
but I
got
have
the
not
proper
heard a word.
permit, none of my business.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
fine.
other place to go right now, so good for them.
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything on it. Nobody's called me about it, so forth. So,
Well,
and
that's good.
there was 3 beehives there, which we had to issue with him last time, and they are to the right of the part of his property. There's 3 hives, but only 2 supers per hive.
Well, I don't know anything about
usually you need
beehives.
3. Yeah, usually
I
you
don't
need 3.
know. I just know that in the hearing notes there was nothing mentioned about beehives.
No, but the beehives are on his lawn, is on his lot, on his
As long as they're
grass.
not on somebody else's land.
Yeah, and it doesn't fall under us, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, or wetlands, which is fine. They wanted permission to put it way down back.
Has to be on his land.
And he's got to file a notice of intent
That's right.
and mention it to his wife. Did you read the letter we wrote to him? They got to file a notice of intent, so forth and so forth.
And nothing has come.
So nothing has come one way or another.
Right.
But there are beehives. I told him take the beehives and put them in your backyard then. what's the difference? We're going through all this hassle. But anyways, but he's fine with the fire pit, the beehives that's there, which I was surprised to see, and so forth. I can't think of anything else that I've done the last
Okay.
since the last meeting.
Didn't you see somebody on Franklin Street about removing materials from the wetland?
Oh, yes. You're right.
Yeah.
89
When was that? I'm sorry?
Franklin Street. The former daughter that the parents are owned, and
What's the number?
89.
Okay, sounds familiar. What's the
And
name?
Murphy is the sign that was over the door, the Murphys.
Okay.
I don't know the first name, but they had filled in some wetlands. It's 5.5 acres, and 5 of it or so is probably wetlands. And I got to stop back in there again. Thanks for reminding me, Elaine.
Okay.
There was a lot of materials there.
Yeah, that's what made
That's
me
got to be
remember
removed.
that they had to remove it.
Junk
Okay.
and all that stuff. The recycling needs to be recycled. So I gave him a few weeks to clean up, so forth.
Okay.
So I hope they understand what I was talking about.
Well, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's in violation.
Yeah. Told him to follow notice of intent on it.
Yep.
Okay, let me. All right. Okay, I'm going to write them back. 89 Franklin Street. So remember.
Okay. Yeah,
my-
just make a list for yourself, and you can do it at your leisure.
Yeah,
Now-
I'll stop by.
We don't really know when we're going to be able to go back to regular meetings in person in the town hall. Would we like to have an arrangement for another Zoom meeting in August? Because if we don't have a meeting scheduled and we have something come up that we have to vote at, it will take time. Cable people are very busy, and we'll need to make sure that we have a meeting schedule.
Okay, what's the date on the third Tuesday in August?
That's August the 18th.
Okay,
I will check with the cable people tomorrow and see if that is a possibility. Then I'll go ahead and set the meeting. And indeed, if nothing comes up that has to require the meeting, then we can cancel it. But
okay.
if we need something, we can't be running around at the last minute to get the hearing.
That's true. Ryan Tully is still online.
Yes.
So,
Well, we can deal with that after the meeting.
Yeah,
So-
he might
Yeah, you
not
could,
know.
you could send me a reminder tomorrow through email.
Yes, I will do
We'll set
that.
it up. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
that way. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Elaine. And
Okay.
it's a possibility that Cal Garvey may submit Lot 4.
Well, if he does, and we have a meeting, that's
Yeah.
fine. If he does, and we
does.
don't have a meeting, then it is not fine. That's why I would like to be
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
And I would like, since if we have nothing in August, I'd also see if Ryan or, the community access, go ahead and put us on the schedule for September, just to be on the safe side.
I would do that as well because we don't know.
Yeah.
And because they don't either, and they have plenty of requests for their time.
Yeah, so I'd
And-
rather be ahead of the game. So that's
Me too.
September
Exactly.
15th.
Yep, that's fine. I'll
Is
talk to him
September
tomorrow
what?
morning.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, what's the date in August?
August 18th. And
18th,
September would be,
15th.
yeah,
September
the 15th.
15th. Okay,
First and, yeah, 15th.
okay.
But we'll deal with that tomorrow.
Yes. But I just wanted to get on top of things.
Maybe by that time I'll be able to figure it out by myself, Ryan.
Okay, I see
Are we-
Carlton Garvey has left us.
Yeah, well, everything's been done there.
Yeah.
Now, I
so
do
forth.
want to, I got an email that I sent to you from Frank Lynham, who had asked Carl to look at some property that, with regard to a right-of-way. And I was
What is
hoping that
that?
we could talk. Huh? What did
Yes.
you say?
Yes, you,
So-
do you, yes, I printed it out.
Yeah,
So when I went over to talk to Spencer, I went down Pine Street, and the email says it's near Bedford Street, which is Route 18. The only right of way, I'm not sure what.
it's
this
on
lady-
somebody's property. So Frank had asked Carl to look at it and give him an opinion on whether or not the town would cancel it. That's in the email.
Yes, the only thing I could think of is that right of way that goes to the P-hole, but that whole area there is
Well,
owned
it's
by
on
the town.
it's actually on somebody's property.
Oh,
If you
really?
read the details of the email, you'll see it, because I did forward it to you.
Yes, you did.
Am I on it?
No,
Okay.
Frank sent it to Carl to look into it and get back to him, because it's something the selectman would do, and he just wanted us to know that he was looking into it. And I don't know anything more about it. So, but we'll track it down.
Yeah, because I can't think of anything on Pine Street that has a
Well,
right
I
way.
don't know, because it's on somebody's property, and he didn't give me the full name of the person. So,
Oh, okay.
Well, the right of way could be a sewer line. Who knows?
well, that's why we'll need to talk to
Yeah,
Carl
you
and see what
need to check it out. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I did get that.
Is there anything else that we need to deal with before we close the meeting? I will call you when it's time to sign the forms,
Okay.
and I'll be hand delivering them anyway because they're local.
Yeah, I could get the payroll ready and everything else.
Yep, I'll call you when I have everything ready, and then you can just come sign and be on your way.
I
Will
did leave a message with Solitude saying that I believe Dominic is supposed to be our project person, saying he hasn't contacted us, and if you don't want to deal
So
with
there's-
this, give us the time, because I understand that we're not a big town or whatever. If you could
Yeah.
please give us a reference for some other business. Haven't heard anything, so
And
I will try
most likely,
to find another business, but right now, who knows? So
and we'll just have it on our list when we can find somebody,
yeah.
at least to take a look.
Elaine,
Yep.
can you request any future notice of intents that have 3 copies? So that
I can do
Sandy
it
can have
all
a
I
copy?
want, but doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Well,
I know it.
nobody
I
can
know.
look at them unless I drive to the house and drop them off.
I know that.
One copy is not going to suffice now with all this. And
I know that.
nobody can see the plans. Sandy never saw the plans.
I know that. We only had the one. And what I have to do is individually tell them we need to have more, because DEP is just taking what they're getting on email. And if it comes by email, I can forward it, but that's the best I can do.
Yeah.
And
Well-
I don't know how plans get forwarded. We
Well,
get them in paper.
Carlton Garvey, submitted lots 1, 2, and 3, and we only have one plan. So if he makes 3
Well,
copies.
he has
of
one
each-
plan in each file, one for each one, and that he customarily does that, even though he knows he's supposed to do more.
Yeah,
And all we can do is just remind him that he has to do it.
yeah, tell him that since we don't meet, the plans
Yep.
can be distributed to the other members for
Yep.
them to take a look at, so that they'll
Yep.
know what we're talking about.
Yep. Most people do give us 3 sets, but ever since this situation has gone on, everybody's doing one email, and that's about it. And
So,
I, frankly, am not going to be copying them on my computer.
Oh, no, you can't because they're big.
Right.
Right.
The engineer will have to send us 3 copies.
And
Yeah.
if we don't have the copies, we don't put them on the agenda. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
so that you know what we're
I
talking
don't
about.
think that that's possible. I
Oh,
think you have to
okay.
be careful
Okay.
because I don't know exactly what DEP is saying about that because they're sending everything by email and they're taking 1 copies too.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, then we have to, figure it all out. It's,
Yep.
One of those things that right now.
Yep.
all
That's what it is. It's during this particular time, and
yeah,
we will wait, and when everything goes back to a reasonable time when we can meet in person, hopefully we will be able to get back to the regular sets of copies and everything else. But right now, it's too difficult.
there could be three sets of the site plans, but the notice of intent can be just 1 set. So
And that doesn't
everybody will
help
get
much.
the set when they go on Zoom. They'll
But
have
some
the
people
plans in
can't
front.
do that. So, I'm not going to be setting any rules that are not approved by DEP because that's not my job.
Okay,
We will
so
just
how
ask the
how
best
does
we
the
can.
other members vote when they don't see the plans?
Same way we always have. Even though we're not meeting, we will eventually meet, and anyone can come to the house and look at the plans. In fact, I gave you copies of the Marie Ann Drive
Yes, I got it
because
right here.
there were 2 sets of copies,
Oh, okay.
and you have them
I don't
somewhere in
know-
your truck.
I don't know if I have 2 sets, but I
In
have
his
at least
office.
Yes.
one complete set of lots 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, you do,
Okay.
'cause I gave them to you.
All right. Did you get a response from DEP on the Glacier property?
Yep.
I-
But
I-
the engineer is sending all of the stuff that they were asking.
Yes. Okay.
And I sent that order of conditions, as always goes, to DEP. So I
Yeah.
don't know why he said he didn't get it.
Really?
Of course I sent them.
Okay.
It was
No,
the
I
last
mean,
one I did.
Why he didn't get it?
Well, that's what they say. I think it's still sitting around the office
Yeah.
because
probably.
they're still working on a skeleton schedule.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting involved in down there. But they asked the engineer to send everything, so they must have some problems because they never got anything from Abington. And I have not been able to get hold of Azu. So,
What's going on?
well, the
Okay.
real world is out there differently, and that's what's going on.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. So do we
okay.
have any other business?
Nope. I'm done.
Okay, I will call you when I need to have the signatures, and you can just come and do one fell swoop. And if Spencer is appointed at the next selectmen's meeting, they'll give you the information about coming to the town hall and getting sworn in, and I'll get you onto the MACC list and all the other paperwork that needs to be done.
Okay, Spencer. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah, not a problem.
And we'll be in touch.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Stay safe, everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
see you-
Now you're
well,
gonna,
hear you
you're
next
gonna
time.
close the meeting?
I will close the meeting at 8:30 p.m.
Okay. Very good.